C, B. All right. We're gonna go to. Everyone should be here on our collaborative board. And I want to learn. Like I said, I would like to learn a little bit about you guys. Okay. So I'm gonna put up a few questions, and I want to know the first thing that comes to mind when you see these questions. All right. Okay. So in Nearpod, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear favorite things to eat? All right. What are some of your favorite things to eat? I see a lot of heads down. I see everybody working. Love that. Great job. Next thing I want you to do, what is the first thing that comes to mind when you hear favorite animal? And also, if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? This next question is going to tell me a lot about if I can be friends with you guys or not, all right? What is your favorite ice cream flavor? And trust me, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to give y'all a second to think about it, but to be real honest with you, there's only about 2 flavors you can pick from, and chocolate isn't one of them. So hopefully that's not what anybody picks, okay? And the last question, before I go and show everybody what everyone else was thinking, one thing you want to learn in science this year. What is one thing you would like to learn in science this year? Okay. So again, we should be on that collaborative board. Everybody should be telling me what are their favorite things to eat. What is their favorite animal? If you could live anywhere in the world, where would you live? What is your favorite ice cream flavor? Vanilla. And one thing you want to learn in science this year. Okay. So hold on one second. Oh. Stop sharing real quick. I'm going to go back to our collaborative board, and we're going to look at what some of our classmates like, okay? All right, cool. So it looks like we can be friends because I see a lot of lobster. I see seafood. Mr. Isaacs loves tacos. Oh no! Where did it go? So yeah, a lot of lobster, seafood. We got tacos on here, chicken, seafood, pizza, McDonald's. Come on, Haywood, really? McDonald's? Steak. Yep. Lemon pepper. Mm-hmm. Chris, I don't know about the lemon pepper wet, bro. Wings, seafood. Yep. So dogs. Okay, dog is favorite animal. Lion, fluffy dogs. New York, Texas, Miami. Okay. Los Angeles. Yeah, Kayvon, I want to go to Los Angeles too. Washington. Okay. Chocolate. Dwayne. We just talked about this. Chocolate, really? Chocolate ice cream? Are you serious? Vanilla? Okay, Sean, you're my guy. Chris Sean, chocolate? Oh my goodness. No pizza parties for anybody in size. Or no ice cream parties. It's like, no, I'm playing. So, we're going to move on. Sorry about that. So, I'm glad that we got a chance for you guys to share a little bit about yourselves. And also, we can learn, like I said, this year is going to be very different. It's going to be strange working from the camera as opposed to working in person. I would do anything to be able to have the opportunity to work with you guys. But unfortunately, like that's not the situation we're in. So we're gonna have to make do with what we can. So with that being said, I want to establish a few of our Zoom expectations and how we're gonna go about class for the rest of this year. Okay. So can I have a volunteer, somebody please give me the thumbs up if they would like to read our expectations for class. Jaren, go ahead and read those for me.
Zoom expectations, what are those? Be on time, be prepared, be engaged, have fun.
Exactly. Those are the four most important things, in my opinion, in all of class, right? Being on time, making sure you're here when class starts, being prepared, making sure you have everything you need when class starts, being engaged, which means we're asking questions, we're here, we're looking, where all of our cameras are on, and ultimately, we're having fun, all right? And if we're doing all those three things, having fun is going to happen anyway, all right? So let's kind of explain a little bit more what that looks like. So how do we show up in our Zoom classes? So like we said, we want to be engaged in Zoom class. So that means we're coming to class on time. We're being prepared. We have our cameras on. So let me take a quick scan to see whose cameras are on. Andre Bell, Raven, Kai. Yep. Turn that thing on. Because again, we want to get them PBIS points, and we get those points by having our cameras on and paying attention, right? So next thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that we're completing our assignments, we're annotating and taking notes, we're listening and we're responding to peers, and we're contributing to discussion, right? And then also, we want to make sure, one important things that I want to get you guys to do, be able to advocate for yourself and for others as well. Mr. Isaacs is a very, very, very fair person. I like to think so, right? Like, I'm not the type of person where it's, oh, what I say goes and that's it. No, that's not me. I want you to be able to advocate and speak up for what you think is right, okay? So if something seems unfair, let me know. If you feel like you're standing up for something that's right, let me know. If you feel like you need to ask for help, let me know. Because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's all about you guys, okay? So I want you guys to be able to help members in the school community. I want you guys to ask for help, and I want you guys to do all these things so you can advocate for yourself. And lastly, we want to be safe and take care of our community. So what does that look like? Have your cameras on. Andre Bell, Miss Malone, Kai. Thank you, everybody else. And we also want to make sure we're signing with our first and last names. So that way I know who you are. Unless we say first, last name, and like something like what you want to drink or something you like to eat, we also want to have those things as well. Next thing we want to make sure that's very important is that we're keeping our Zoom passwords and our links private. We want to make sure that we're keeping our family in our classes and we're not having anybody else like jumping in. Okay. And lastly, we just want to make sure we're showing appreciation and gratitude to not just our teachers but also our peers. We want to be able to show we're having a lot of fun in class. We want to be respectful to each other, and we just want to be positive towards one another. And that's how we are safe and we take care of our community. Okay. Oh, sorry. So now that that's taken care of, I want to see who has been paying attention. So, hold on 1 second. Hey, what you got a question? Oh, sorry. You got a question, Haywood? No questions?
No.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So, here's what I need you guys to do, all right? In the chat, privately to me, I need to know what being engaged in science class looks like. And it looks like the following, except what? So it's A, having your camera on, B, playing Fortnite, C, asking and answering questions, or D, annotating and taking notes. So we're going to send that in the chat to me privately, and I'm going to see who has been paying attention. And let's make sure we are reading the question all the way through. Being engaged in science class looks like the following, except. And then our second question, being safe and taking care of our community looks like the following. Yep. Yeah, a lot of y'all got it. Y'all doing, I'm telling you, a few other classes, they put some questions in there and Mr. Isaacs had to scratch his head. So I'm going to give you guys about 1 more minute. All right. So let's bring it back in 3, 2, 1, and 0. So, Krishan, I'm going to ask you to unmute yourself real quick, buddy. Can you answer question 1 for me? Being engaged in science class looks like the following, except. Go ahead, Krishan. You said B? I can't hear you, buddy. Okay, so I'm pretty sure he said B, and that is correct.
Yeah.
Engaged in science class looks like having your camera on, asking you answering questions, annotating and taking notes, but not playing Fortnite. So B, everything except playing Fortnite is what being engaged in science class looks like. A lot of us got that right. So our next question, being safe and taking care of our community looks like the following. Is it A, having your camera off, B, talking while Mr. Isaac is talking, or C, keeping the Zoom passwords and links private? And I'm looking through these answers, and I'm noticing that, let's see. Yep, you guys got it. So could I have Miss Egypt answer for me, please? Egypt Fleming. Don't mute yourself, honey. There we go.
The answer is C.
Yes, keeping our Zoom links and passwords private. This is the best way that we can keep our community safe, because having our camera off, that is not the way we keep our community safe. We would like to keep our camera on because we want to see each other, right? And also talk while Mr. Isaac is talking. That's not good, because you don't want to talk when anybody's talking. It's not, when someone, we're respecting the one mic, that is how we take care of our community, right? So keeping our Zoom passwords and our links private, that is the best way to do it. So congratulations. A lot of you have earned your first 100 on your first science quiz. Let's keep it up for the rest of the school year, because it should be very easy to do so, all right? So the next thing we're going to talk about, grading. Everyone wants to know about grading. What grade am I going to get? How is it going to work? Grading in science class, in my opinion, is very, very, very simple. 4 things that we got to worry about, all right?